Besides the food, one other great thing about Route 66 is that it made famous the American roadside attraction. Places to stop in and explore the weird and wonderful. And our first one is right here in McLean, the Devil's Rope Museum, otherwise known as Barbed Wire. Here's Director Delbert True.
We collect about 2,000 types of barbed wire. About 850 to 70 of them are patented. The rest of them is kind of off the wall that cowboys and various inventors have invented, trying to invent a better mousetrap.
I know what you're thinking. Why? But this is actually a big part of our history. And the invention of barbed wire in the 1870s changed the prairie forever. Was barbed wire mostly about keeping cattle in or keeping, the rustlers out?
Well, it depended on whether you were a farmer trying to protect your crops or whether you were a rancher trying to hang on to your cattle. Now today, you couldn't drive down the road without barbed wire fences because you'd be hitting cattle every 50 yards. They like to lay in the middle of a warm haven.
So thank you, barbed wire, for making Route 66 possible.
That's right.
In a lot of ways, huh?
That is correct.
I had no idea there were this many types of barbed wire.
There are single barbs, big vicious barbs, sharp barbs, flat barbs. This is what we call an alarm wire because it showed the cattle that there's a fence there.
Well, some of these look like they got dreamed up by the devil himself.
That's the reason it's called the devil's wire, because it was the work of the devil. And they tried to outlaw production of barbed wire. But then they made less vicious wire, and then the biggest improvement they made is when the barbs turned on the wire. Then when the animal struck the point, it would turn and wouldn't injure.
I got it. I'm learning more about barbed wire than I have in my entire life as a Texan. Also, seems I've been saying it wrong. It's not wire, it's war.
Barbed wire, ribbon wires, entanglement wire, war wire, barbed wire.
Man, I love this guy. Barbed wire is still widely used in countless ways across the country. And to the right collector, some types can fetch a pretty penny.
This particular case is what we have rare wires displayed. Some of them are worth a lot of money. A Dodge Star, for example, could bring as much as $400 or $500 to a proper collector that needs that for his DOP.
Wow. I must say, this has definitely poked my interest. The perfect roadside attraction. But there's more to this museum, including pieces of other famed roadside stops. This is from the Regal Reptile Ranch in a little town called Allen Reed. The original cow above the Big Texan Steakhouse in Amarillo. I remember the Big Texan well. You won the battle, but you will not win the war. I shall return. To see the full episode or to get info about how to visit this spot, trip on over to thedaytripper.com.